Have you ever thought about the eerie encounters astronauts face in the abyss of space? Imagine being millions of miles away from Earth, surrounded by darkness, and then they hear something. What could it be? Hold on to your seats as we unravel spine-tingling stories, from whispers into the void to the unexplained encounters that NASA astronauts have dared to share. Get ready to explore the darkest, most bone-chilling confession from those who ventured beyond our atmosphere. Space Serpent. Dr. Sturry Musgrave, a former NASA astronaut, made significant stories during his time in space. With an exceptional academic background encompassing 6 degrees, he stands as the most educated astronaut to date. Notably, Musgrave holds the distinction of flying on 6 separate space missions. Aboard all 5 space shuttles, his authority in the field is undeniable. Despite skepticism, given his expertise and extensive education, challenging Musgrave's assertion of witnessing an 8-foot-long white serpent drifting through space proves to be a formidable task. Musgrave remains resolute, dismissing the possibility of the creature being a released spacecraft component. On 2 distinct space expeditions, he adamantly claims to have encountered these eel-like entities, supporting his belief in alien life, a conviction he has voiced in multiple interviews. Space Rapping. Sound doesn't traverse space. It's a void devoid of sound waves. This accounts due to this very fact. In 2003, Yang Liu, a pioneer in the Chinese space program, reported hearing a rhythmic knocking while aboard his spacecraft, resembling the clang of an iron pail struck by a wooden mallet. Liu couldn't determine the sound emanated from inside or outside the shuttle due to space's soundless nature. Despite anxious scrutiny through the porthole, no explanation for the eerie knocking was found. Liu attempted to replicate the sound for experts upon his return to Earth, but couldn't duplicate the inexplicable noise. The mystery deepened as subsequent Chinese astronauts reported similar knocking incidents between 2005 and 2008 during their space venture, intensifying the spine-tingling nature of these unexplained phenomena. 2 minutes of lunar mystery. In Maurice Chatoun's 1975 book, Our Cosmic Ancestors, the former chief of NASA Communication Systems alleged that 2 unidentified flying objects hovered above Neil Armstrong moments before he descended the ladder to set foot on the moon. Edwin Aldrin supposedly captured images of these UFOs, featured in the June 1975 expedition of Modern People magazine. Reports suggest that the initial 2 minutes of Armstrong lunar touchdown were silent due to a transmission failure attributed to overheating. Allegedly, Armstrong referred to these unidentified objects as immense and mentioned other spacecraft lined up on the far side of the crater observing their mission. Dr. Sturry Musgrave, renowned for his prolific life as a NASA astronaut, a Marine, a doctor, and a mathematician, holding 6 academic degrees, also shared a vivid UFO encounter. Musgrave expressed beliefs in highly evolved extraterrestrial civilizations existing for millions of years, far beyond human comprehension, prompting him to express an eccentric desire for contact despite slim probabilities. The question lingers, did Armstrong truly encounter extraterrestrial beings during his lunar landing? Mysterious Space Symphony. Contrary to the known facts about the sound's inability to travel through the vacuum of space, astronauts recount unusual auditory experience during their space mission. During the Apollo 10 mission, astronauts engaged in rigorous tool testing before the inaugural moon voyage. Amidst the real space setting, they were stunned to hear peculiar whistling, termed space music, through their headsets. NASA experts attributed this noise to potential radio interference from the lunar and command modules. However, Al Worden, an astronaut from Apollo 15, contested this explanation. Enigmatic lunar discovery. Alan Bean, the 4th person to set foot on the moon as a NASA astronaut during the Apollo 12 mission in 1969, recounted an intriguing incident. While traversing the lunar space, Bean claimed to have spotted a shiny object in the distance, likening its appearance to that of leathery shoelace. The specifics of what Bean witnessed remained shrouded in uncertainty, leaving little room for explanation. With Bean's passing, the enigmatic glimmer on the moon seems destined to remain a puzzling mystery. Unusual UFO encounter. When the term UFO arises, one often envisions a spherical or disc-shaped object against the backdrop of dark night sky. Astronaut James McDivitt and Ed White found the concept of something beyond human understanding challenging to articulate. This incident occurred while they were above Hawaii. They reported the sighting of metallic flying object that seemed distinctly non-terrestrial, featuring appendages extending from its body. The nature of this object, complete with protruding limbs, and its origin remained a perplexing enigma, waiting to be unraveled. Preserved remain in space. Numerous nations, notably the USSR and the USA, ventured into space exploration by transporting various animals as test subjects before sending manned shuttles, an endeavor that might seem harsh. Among these test subjects were Ham the chimp, Miss Baker the squirrel monkey, and Laika the dog. While some returned to Earth unharmed, for others, a minor miscalculation turned space into unintended resting place. On occasion, suborbital astronauts still encounter the remains of these sacrifices to human progress. It's a somber sight in an indefinitely dark expanse. Unusual celestial illumination. Leroy Chiao, an American astronaut and former commander of the International Space Station in 2005, recounted an unusual sighting during his journey. Chiao and his crew reported witnessing a peculiar formation of lights in space, resembling an upside-down V. Chiao observed the enigmatic object flashing lights until it vanished from sight, leaving his heart pounding. Despite the thrill of encounter, Chiao firmly believes it was an encounter with extraterrestrial beings. Furthermore, he doesn't dismiss the possibility of that the UFO he witnessed hailed from another realm, acknowledging that some information about space phenomena is accessible for interpretation by anyone. People who believe in conspiracy theories might be too hasty to judge this situation, even though there isn't solid evidence yet. These bits of space theory make us curious about what's really out there. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it.